Today we're playing Hogwarts Legacy and the quest A Friend Indeed, which is a quest you get from Sirona
Glad
after
you
you
came.
finish the main quest of getting the helmet back, the goblin helmet.
Hello, Sirona. I received your owl. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Did you ever find Lodgok?
I did, thank you. In fact, we're working together to try and rein in Ramrock.
Are you? Then I shall refrain from telling you to be careful yet again. But I hope you will be.
Of course. Your owl mentioned you're needing my help with something?
I do. I thought you might be just the person to do a favour for my friend Dorothy Sprottle in Upper Hogsfield.
I've actually met Mrs. Sprottle. I recently spoke with her about her friend Claire Beaumont.
She's lovely. Her late husband Aidan was a friend of my father's. In fact, I'd stay with Dot and Aidan the summers I waited tables here as a student. I've seen her a few times since Aidan passed, but the pub's been so busy lately, I've not been as attentive as I'd have liked. I wonder if you might pop in and see her. She may need some help collecting ingredients for her supply of Wiggenweld potion. And you could...
Why does Mrs. Sprottle keep...
Dot's a skilled an ordinary precaution that has...
Why did Mr. and Mrs. Sprottle have your box of letters after all this time?
It's one of a few that I had when I was young. Dot found it when she was clearing out a closet. Can't imagine what's in there. Probably terribly theatrical. The ramblings of a teenage witch and her friends. You're welcome to take a peek inside, if you do find it. To be honest, I'd imagine it contains some lovely memories.
I'll try to go and see her when I can.
It would mean the world to me, and to Dorothy. Aidan was bringing the box of letters to me when he was taken ill. You'll find the hamlet just north of Hogsmeade. Please do give Dot my love.
A pleasant enough little place. Upper Hogsfield. Now where to find Mrs. Sprottle? Nice to see you again, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Sirona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh, dear Sirona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Sprottle.
Oh, thank. If you wouldn't mind gathering some hawk...
Believe it or not, I have some...
Oh, thank you. How...
Sirona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when...
Indeed he was. He was hoping to go through it with Sirona over a butterbeer. Aidan took ill when he was collecting hawk clumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet.
Sirona said she lived...
Goodness. Well, I can't tell you the fun we had when she and her friends would visit us during the year. Talented group. Her friend Mirabelle was a genius in the garden.
Do you remember anything?
Oh, of course. A few letters from... I even included a letter Sirona had written to me when I know when I read writing from my youth, I'm always
Thank you, Mrs. Sprottle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are able to...
Revelio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Protego.
Stop messing around like a billywig!
Defender. Glacius. Depulso. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Accio. Incendio.
This must be the cavern Mrs. Sprottle mentioned.
Revelio.
Perhaps I'll find more hawk lumps while I'm there. Better have a look around. See about the Hawklumps and the box of letters. That's all the Hawklumps for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased.
Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Cavalso. Lumos. Revelio. Flipendo. Confringo. Revelio. Revelio.
Either I'll have to fight that troll.
Expelliarmus. Confringo. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Glacius. Defendo. Confringo. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Accio. Compulso. Arresto momentum. Flipendo. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Confringo. Accio. Glacius. Defendo. Levioso. Compulso. Levioso. Arresto momentum. Glacius. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Accio. Levioso. Glacius. Defendo. Revelio. Revelio. Confringo.
This must be Sirona's box of letters. I should take this box of letters to Sirona. She'll be glad. I think that's everything. Sirona will be glad to have this back.
Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
Hogsmeade.
I'm sure you had your reasons, but breaking into Alfred Lawley's home wasn't the brightest idea.
Hello, Sirona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some hawk lumps for her Wiggenweld potion.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to ask.
I wondered about some of the letters in the box.
Of course. It appears most of the letters were from fellow students.
I saw a letter from someone named Mirabelle. Is that Professor Garlick?
It is. Still one of my dearest friends. I know she wouldn't mind you having seen that letter. She and I are of a similar mind, especially when it comes to young people. We believe experience to be an invaluable teacher. To borrow a phrase from Mirabelle, it's a joy to see anyone blossom, but particularly one who doubted they ever would.
One of the letters mentions Quidditch practice. Did you play?
I did. Was the Ravenclaw Seeker for 3 years. Nothing like the feeling of catching the golden snitch when your team's down by 140. I'll never forgive Professor Black for cancelling it this year.
I spotted a letter from you to Mrs. Sprottle. You two seem to have a lot of fun together.
We do. She taught me so much during my summers with her and Aidan. I shall be the first to admit that adolescents aren't always the easiest to understand. And not everyone was as kind to me as the Sprottles. But the depth of their well, got me through some challenging times, to put it mildly.
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aidan. Thank you, again, for helping her. And for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories.
That was the quest where we helped Sirona recovering her letters and her other friend with Wiggle World potion. Thank you all for watching, wish you all well, and see you in the next video.